Hi, this is Ken. Every Sunday on this channel, I like to step back and look at the bigger picture. During the week, Tesla news moves extremely fast. If you follow it daily, it's easy to get lost in dozens of headlines and miss what actually matters. So today, we're going to do something simple but powerful. We'll break down the most important Tesla developments from this week and look at what they really mean. This week, three themes stood out. First, the possibility that full self-driving could eventually operate in Japan. Second, Tesla's AI strategy accelerating even further. And third, new movements in Tesla's EV business, including Cybertruck pricing and the expansion of a new Model Y variant. Individually, these stories are interesting, but when you connect them together, you start to see a much bigger shift in Tesla's long-term strategy. So let's start with the first story. The first major topic this week was something that surprised many people in the Tesla community. Reports began circulating online suggesting that Tesla's full self-driving system had been tested on public roads in Tokyo. According to the post, the vehicle was able to navigate Japanese streets smoothly. The comment even suggested that what remains now is essentially regulatory approval. Now, to be clear, this does not mean FSD has officially launched in Japan. Regulatory approval would still be required from Japan's Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, and Transport. But even the idea that Tesla is testing in Japan is significant, and here's why. Japan is one of the most difficult environments in the world for autonomous driving. If you compare road environments between the United States and Japan, the differences are quite dramatic. In the US, roads tend to be wider. Intersections are often simpler. Pedestrian density is lower in many areas. Japan is very different. Roads are narrower. Intersections are more complex. Pedestrians and bicycles are everywhere. Urban streets can be extremely unpredictable. For an autonomous driving system, this is a challenging environment. So if Tesla's vision-based system can successfully operate in Japan, it suggests something important. It suggests the system could potentially scale to many cities around the world. That's why this story matters beyond just the Japanese market. There's another interesting angle here as well. Hardware. Tesla vehicles today are equipped with two main generations of autonomous driving computers, HW3 and HW4. The newer vehicles ship with HW4. Older vehicles run HW3. Many analysts believe future FSD development will increasingly rely on HW4 capabilities, and Japan still has a large number of Tesla vehicles running HW3. So if FSD eventually launches in Japan, it's possible that HW4 vehicles may receive the feature first. For Tesla owners in Japan, that hardware question could become extremely important. But beyond hardware, there's another reason Japan is worth watching. The market itself is starting to change. Recent data suggests Tesla sales in Japan grew roughly 90% year over year and exceeded 10,000 vehicles annually for the first time. That may still sound small compared to markets like the United States or China, but Japan has historically been a very difficult EV market. For Tesla to begin gaining traction, there suggests something is shifting, and if FSD were introduced alongside that growth, Japan could become an important proving ground for Tesla's autonomous technology. Now, let's move to the second major story from this week, Tesla's AI advantage. This week, we saw a major milestone. Tesla's FSD fleet has now accumulated more than 8.4 billion miles of driving data. That number is incredibly important because for AI systems, data is everything. Autonomous driving models learn by observing real-world scenarios, edge cases, unpredictable situations, rare road conditions. The more data the system sees, the smarter it becomes. And Tesla has something very few companies possess: a global fleet constantly collecting real-world driving data every day. This creates a feedback loop. More vehicles generate more data. More data improves the model. A better model improves the product, and that attracts more customers. Another interesting development this week involved Tesla's AI chips. Reports suggested Tesla is in discussions with Samsung to expand production of next-generation AI chips. These chips are expected to power several areas of Tesla's future: full self-driving, the Optimus humanoid robot, and Tesla's internal AI training infrastructure. When you look at Tesla through this lens, the company begins to look very different. It starts to resemble an AI infrastructure company rather than a traditional automaker. And that's exactly why many analysts believe Tesla's long-term valuation may ultimately depend on AI and robotics, not just car sales. Now, let's talk about the third major theme this week: Tesla's EV business itself. One of the most surprising stories involves Cybertruck pricing. The dual-motor AWD Cybertruck saw a $10,000 price increase just 10 days after launch. That's a very unusual move. Historically, Tesla has often adjusted vehicle prices downward to stimulate demand, but raising the price suggests something else may be happening. Demand could be stronger than expected. Cybertruck has captured enormous attention in the pickup truck market, and Tesla may be testing how much pricing power it actually has. Another interesting development involves a new version of the Model Y, the Model Y long wheelbase. This variant was originally introduced in China. It features a longer body and a 3-row configuration with 6 seats. What's interesting is that this model is now expanding beyond China. It has already received certification in South Korea. Reports also suggest launches in Australia and New Zealand around 2026. Because this vehicle supports right-hand drive markets, Japan could potentially receive it as well. If that happens, Tesla could introduce a new family-focused SUV option in markets where larger vehicles are popular. This kind of product expansion shows Tesla continuing to refine its global EV lineup. Before we wrap up, let's briefly talk about Tesla stock. This week, the stock traded mostly around the $400 level. At one point, it approached about $403 before pulling back slightly. From a technical perspective, Tesla's chart currently looks compressed. The price sits between two major levels: the 20-day moving average above and the 200-day moving average below. When markets enter this kind of range, they often build pressure, and eventually that pressure resolves with a larger move in one direction. So it will be interesting to see how the chart develops in the coming weeks. So when we step back and connect the three major themes from this week, a bigger story begins to appear: the potential expansion of FSD into new global markets, the rapid growth of Tesla's AI data advantage, and evolving strategies in Tesla's EV product lineup. All of these developments point toward the same direction. Tesla is gradually transforming from a traditional automaker into something much larger, an AI-driven technology platform. And if that transformation continues, the most important part of Tesla's future may not be the cars themselves, but the software, data, and AI systems behind them. That's it for this week's Tesla overview. If you found this breakdown helpful, please consider liking the video. And if you enjoy following Tesla's strategy, AI developments, and long-term trends, make sure to subscribe. On this channel, we analyze Tesla from a long-term perspective and try to understand where the future is heading. Thank you for watching, and as always, let's continue exploring life in the future together. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.